Welcome to the Generation Podcast. It's Luther Danger here in the Danger Dojo. Andy's visiting live in person in the flesh. I'm observing him with my eyes.
What do you observe when you tell the audience what you see?
What?
Tell me what you see in me.
I like you got those like 1990s long basketball shorts.
Oh,
on.
my friend bought these for me. I have like 3 or 4 pairs of shorts from him. You know what
Why
friend I
does he buy
speak
you
of.
shorts? Like as a gift or like
He just gifts me things.
he just gives you?
He gives me things.
He just dresses you?
He dresses me. Sometimes he used to buy my silence.
Yeah, baby boy dresses you?
Baby boy dresses me by my silence on his ways. We'll say, yeah.
Okay.
So
Sure.
we'll leave the audience to interpret that.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that friend. Yeah.
I got you.
You know.
Well,
You
yeah.
know.
I mean, can we like expand upon?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, when you go on a road trip for like, we'll say maybe it's a sporting event and
You're being too specific.
Oh, really?
How about you got a friend that maybe has some extracurricular activities?
Extracurricular activities that are with the murky activities.
Yeah.
It's okay, it's fine, but he dresses me. He dresses me. I'm complicit.
Yeah.
And I like what he buys me.
So, are those specifically silence gifts?
There's our silence shorts. I'm wearing my silence shorts.
They're not silent, though, because you've been ripping hot farts out.
I've been ripping hot farts.
That's one thing in the Danger Dojo. Like, when you fart at your own place, I don't smell it.
You don't smell it, but
No,
I feel like you
but
can
here.
see it seep out my booty crack on the Zoom.
Yeah, it's like you
And
do
we're
that
not
blurred background, but you
Yeah.
never selected blurred
No,
background.
it's
on
just
Zoom.
fart cloud.
It's just the haze.
It's a fucking fart cloud, man. And then I was like, I made sure to sample a dried fruit because I feel naked without dried fruit when on a show. If I don't have night coffee and or dried fruit.
That's right. You talked about dried fruit last time. I didn't.
You didn't. What do you think was gonna
You were
happen?
here and it was like 10 o'clock. You're
Yeah.
gonna make some coffee. I'm like, why are you gonna make coffee? You
You're
weirdo?
like judging me for my night
Yeah, a little
coffee.
bit.
What the fuck? That's all that gets me hyped. I gotta get some people going.
That's true. I
so-
think I still have residual Adderall, which is why my penis is like a shriveled.
Does
it's
it
like
does it
dying.
work? Does it seriously not work?
Well, it's never worked well. Obviously.
Married people have sex, right?
It's unsatisfying.
They can have sex, so it's like it's unsatisfying length.
for her. It
Let's
doesn't.
be clear.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. She's the one that's not satisfied.
No, not
My
even
size has nothing to do with my satisfaction, nor does my duration.
Well, some people make up for what they lack with like enthusiasm or
Technique and
maybe do
skill.
hand or mouth stuff.
Yeah,
and
you
I
don't
don't do any of that.
no,
I'm a
well,
selfish lover.
when
really.
you're like in a committed relationship, hand and mouth stuff is like. It's like what are we doing? Why are you doing that?
What are
You
we-
don't order this.
what are we
We
dating?
go. No, it's like it's like you go to a restaurant. You always get taken. You're like, you don't order that, and you're like, oh, but I just thought I could like no, you don't order that, and I'm like, oh, okay, and I'm learning this, and it's great because as great as getting hand and mouth stuff. Okay, let's be clear, mouth stuff is from a partner. It's also good to not have to do the mouth stuff or the hand
Speaking
stuff.
of hand stuff, I was in my early 20s. I was working at this place that it was like this IT startup that they wanted you to like live there, so they had like ping pong tables and
Oh
stuff.
God,
Anyway, I was playing ping pong.
losers!
I know I was kicking ass too. I got real good. I ended up
bet
getting
you
fired
did.
eventually, but
Yeah,
I got real good at ping pong.
That's probably why.
But there was this one dude that was like he was
You
on the
always
sales
at the
team.
fucking table. Of course, he was at the sales.
He was on the
team.
sales team, but he was like going off and he was getting his ass kicked. He's like, man, and he was mostly joking, but he's like, man, it's just been a shitty week, man. The sales are bad, and my girlfriend still thinks hand jobs are cool, and he's like just smashing this ping pong ball.
While he's playing, like
Yeah,
midpoint, you're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna destroy.
It was
this guy.
great. It was great. It was just a funny line.
Like what a great
my
volley.
girlfriend still thinks hand jobs are cool.
Yeah.
I like a hand job.
It's awesome because
Yeah,
you're
it's
like,
fun.
oh, this is what we're doing, okay.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
mash it
Even
up,
if
mash it up.
If my equipment wasn't just so disappointing, it's
I-
just a disappointment, is what it is. It's not
Mine's
that it doesn't
fine.
work. It's just a disappointment.
Are you familiar with? You must be at this point. Like basically these psychosexual like things that pop up, and maybe they're from who knows when, like your youth or certain incidents or fears or any insecurities or whatever. But the moment that psychological shit hits your pee-pee, it's like, oh man, it's like a double pew. Like, because your brain is like, oh, I'm a loser, and then your penis is like, yep, you are. So I would get nervous, and I would always have to pee. And one time it actually caught up to me because I didn't pee in her butt or anything, or pee in her stuff, but like, have you ever heard the phrase "pee in their butt"? I don't know if people say that, like, "Oh, I pee in her butt." Is that a thing people say? I'm hanging with the wrong crowd or the right crowd.
Is it like they're so attractive you pee in their butt?
Yeah. You're like, I'll pee in her butt.
Sure.
But anyways, I was in college. And I was about to go out to see this girl I was, let's say, talking to, because you're not really seeing them if they're in another place. Sorry. Even if you're having sex with them, are you really seeing them? I wasn't having sex, so let's be clear. But if you were
just talking about how disappointing your penis was.
Yeah.
And now it doesn't work, so you weren't doing anything.
No, this is before. I was a virgin, okay?
Okay, all right.
And so, but I was going to there to just have a rendezvous of an innocent variety with, like, her and her family and stuff. And I was about to go on an airplane, like, think the next day, but something happened with a girl because I had some Smirnoff Ices. And it looks like we're going to do some stuff. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's great. And we were about to do some stuff. There was some petting going on, right? Some serious petting. Okay? Hand stuff. Hand on top of clothes. Hand under a clothes. Clothes will be soon removed, potentially. And I'm getting nervous because I got to pee. Because I would be in a state between nervous urination and boner time. And it's just like, it was always a Cold War. Okay?
But when you get a boner, like, it's like the railroad track cuts off.
You mean the vas deferens?
Is that what that is?
You didn't know that? I once called a fantasy football team the vas deferens makers.
In health class and like sex ed when they were teaching us about
I learned
that
everything.
Stuff, I was just writing material on that index card where they're like, anybody got any questions? I'm like, they're gonna fucking love it.
This one kid who was stupid. He was dumb. I think you know. I won't say his name. He was a nice kid, but he couldn't tie his shoes in 5th grade. That kind of kid. And I saw him write a question, and it was, "What is sex?" And he wrote at the end, and he wasn't trying to be funny. Because he wasn't funny. He was dumb. Yeah. Dumb is not funny. Sometimes it can be funny, but smart dumb, like Dumb and Dumber, is hysterical. But actual dumb is kind of sad, right? You're not, like, laughing with Forrest Gump. You're not even laughing at him because it's not really funny, right? It's just like, oh, he's, whatever, he's special, okay.
Yeah.
Next.
Did you finish your
my story?
No.
You cut me off. You cut me off. It's like my vas deferens cut me off.
There you go. Yeah, we'll get back to it. I was listening.
You say back. Vas deferens seg.
I'm in the moment. I'm listening.
You were live in the moment. I was in the moment too, and I thought, oh, I gotta pee. And it was the second time that I remember in college in that year that I was. Well, the first time wasn't really sabotage, not impotent, because it's more of like a timing thing because of my bladder, and I think when I'm in environments where I don't fully control it, I have to pee more. Does that make sense?
Sure, but you have to pee before you eat dinner, or before any if chores are happening.
Well, when I want to be present, I have to have a drained snake, one way or the other. The vas deferens is involved in all of my pees, okay, in all of it, every last bit of it. So, anyways, I go to the restroom in her like sweet bathroom or whatever, is in her dorm, and then I was just like, oh right, I'm going back. I'm like, we're gonna go for it, and then she's like, I was just thinking about my boyfriend, and I don't think I should do it. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, what am I going to... And then I found out... And then I ended up having a hickey, and I got rid of it with vitamin E. The one guy must have made out with a lot of girls or something, was like, hey, you should use vitamin E. So I'm just like, fuck it, what the... I was like, what the fuck is vitamin E? Do I put it in my butt? Do I insert it, rectally or subtravenously? Is that a word?
I don't know. I'm not a doctor, man.
I'm not a doctor either, and neither was he.
Intravenous? Subtravenous? Is that below your veins?
Below the veins.
I don't think so.
You can put it under the veins. And it worked. I mean, it like faded super duper.
Great.
But for some reason, I still said that I made out with her.
Why get rid of the hickey?
Because I was flying to, Ohio the next day.
Oh, to see
a girl, yeah.
You know what's interesting? Wait, were we talking about this girl last time?
No.
All right.
No.
I listened to a podcast we did in 2016. One of my favorites.
Oh, the pancake one, right?
No.
Which one? The Smurf neck? That was you? I saw someone listen to that episode. It must have been Luther.
You can see, yeah.
Yeah, it shows what... It doesn't say who listens, but it says like...
That was me. I was the other day. Yesterday?
Part
they
2
all
with the
blend
blue
together.
tape. That was a good
Yeah,
one.
it was a
Horny
good one.
Singles Part 2.
Horny Singles Part 2. It goes from 2016. It was
It was a good year. It was
a
vintage.
different time.
Vintage time, yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I enjoyed it. There was some.
Awesome.
There was some legitimate good.
There's good
giggles
material.
In there.
Yeah,
I
know.
mean, there's garbage, just like all.
Oh,
of this.
there's
I
at
can't
least,
believe that
like-
anyone listens to this.
This is episode 407, and I would
Jeepers.
argue. I mean, that's official episodes. There's technically
It
there's
doesn't matter.
three-
Nobody cares.
there's three
I don't
hidden
even care.
episodes.
I'm
one
heavily
with
involved, I
bad
don't care.
audio, and 2 had things I probably can't
You
say.
do have
that I didn't
shitty
say.
audio. Today we're in the dojo.
We're in
we
the
got a mic
dojo. We're
set
gonna
up.
promise every couple weeks exquisite audio in the dojo.
Yeah, and so good that you can get that. Whatever that was, it was like a burp you were holding.
Oh,
in.
I don't hold in my farts, but I weirdly hold in my burps.
Yeah.
I
maybe
can't
try
hold in my
reversing.
farts because my
Better out than in.
rectal cavity will evacuate everywhere.
Sure.
Which it did in Chicago, as we talked about 3 times already. We
Yeah,
won't
we
get
don't
there.
Need to do it again.
But Ohio, what about this?
We don't
what about
revisit
this?
old bits.
Yes, we do. Oh, not on purpose.
And old segments. We
Old
were going to
segments,
establish
yeah.
segments, and they're like, nah, we're not
No,
going to do that.
fuck
We
segments.
abandoned everything.
Abandoned my boy. Abandoned my boy.
We do talk about the same shit.
Yeah,
we talk
the same
about Willow.
films,
Like,
Willow and like.
I don't know, 40% of the time I'm going to
This
bring
is a
up
Willow adjacent podcast of all times.
Were me and you talking about the Willow TV show? Was that after
yeah.
we
I think
finished
it was
the podcast?
after we
and then
finished. And we're like, "Did you like that?" You're like, "Yeah, it was pretty." And then you finally came around to like, "No, I did not really."
the show? The Willow show?
You were like, "It was fine. It's fine."
It was fine. I didn't...
It's in that solid Disney Plus like.
They got rid of
we
it.
Made stuff.
They expunged it. You can't even go and watch it.
I know. That's just
so
like they
weird.
they just bury their mistakes.
But it wasn't even a mistake. It was fine.
Well,
it was fine.
if it's like middling quality in there in the public's esteem, and it doesn't do well financially or numbers wise, whatever their algorithm. Disney they use fairy dust algorithms.
Yeah.
It's like if Jimmy Cricket stops masturbating long enough to watch it, then it's like he's like, okay,
Why
this
you gotta
works.
make Jimmy Cricket masturbate?
Why? What does he
Why?
do? He has those little leg thing, like the little fucking fiddle or whatever with his legs.
He's a cricket.
Right? He's a cricket. So
Right?
he's masturbating at all times.
I don't think so.
Crickets masturbate. Look it up.
I don't.
My phone's off.
We'll bing it.
So
We'll bing it.
we'll
later.
bing it. We're gonna bing cricket masturbation.
Dear listener, please bing cricket masturbation. I don't think cricket. What animals masturbate?
Monkeys.
Monkeys,
All
dolphins.
types. Bonobos put it in their butt.
Monkeys, dolphins. I mean, you would
Dolphins
if you could.
masturbate,
You would
right?
if you could. If I didn't have,
Wait, how
as
does
I described, an inadequate penis.
Maybe
I would
that's
totally
why
stick
you're
it in
not
my butt.
masturbating enough. Dude, I don't even.
No, I'm pounding the put
I
on a
haven't
regular basis.
masturbated in a while, so like the next
Oh no,
time I've only been living with my
I'm
partner.
constantly
and yeah.
cranking off.
But like I feel like it's
Oh,
gonna.
you're in
be,
the honeymoon stage. You don't need to pound.
No, but it's not like
I'm pounding off
you're
left,
pounding
right,
off.
and
Yeah,
center.
or in the honey, but
Yeah.
it's more like
I'm
honeymoon
home
stage
alone
for
all
like
day. I'm just pounding off.
for like living. Oh yeah, you work at
and it
Zoom.
takes forever.
Yeah. Right, it's like, oh god, so you lose this, and now weirdly because of the ADD medication, I'm so focused on it. It's
oh
like,
gosh,
oh.
it takes forever.
You gotta watch the LL Cool J doing a video, man. You gotta watch
Where he's
90s
eating those
videos.
peaches.
He's
You
eating
know,
the
I
peaches,
used to
man.
tell people at parties
that
that
your brother masturbated to LL Cool J videos.
no, did you?
Yeah,
Oh, all right.
all
weird.
the time.
I used to say
Before you got home from elementary school,
You
I
were
was pounding it
in the living
in
room.
middle school. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
come
with
on, man.
Kleenex, my geometry book would be wide open, and I'd start a couple postulates, and I'm like, "Oh, I have a great story.
It's
I'm gonna
called
tie this up."
postulates.
Yeah, what?
Postulates?
That's what they were called. You don't remember anything from geometry. All I remember is that there were like
No, man.
theorems and
I
postulates.
think I took it that year that I don't
You took a
recall.
dive. Although
I
you
don't-
recall, you were. Wait, I took a class in 8th grade that you took in fucking 11th grade, or was it
No.
10th grade? You don't remember.
I don't. I have no recollection of the year 2003, and then the year prior is fuzzy.
Yeah, this is like you took about.
We'll be back after a quick break.
Hey, Michael Moon here with Tiny Bar Chats. Just want y'all to know to check out our podcast. We have a lot of exciting guests and a lot of exciting conversation.
18 months to get past 9/11.
I did. That's what it was.
Yeah,
They were like,
most-
never forget. I'm like, wait, what?
What do we remember?
Yeah.
Imagine if you were stoned on 9/11 and you completely miss what happened. that you had
It
no
was so
clue.
unavoidable.
It was.
I
Well, you
don't
say
want
it
to
was-
talk about 9/11.
it was-
This is not
Sto-
Thanksgiving dinner, okay?
Stoned on 9/11.
Where we got to
dude, thanks-
discuss
hey,
where
yeah,
were
it's
you?
gonna be tough.
Where were you on
if
9/11?
a certain relative returns for a Thanksgiving dinner, that's a guarantee someone's gonna take on that mantle. Like,
Yeah,
it happens, dude.
yeah. Someone's got to bring up 9/11.
We have to have like a Catholic
Christmas
off
dinner. Oh,
and
goodness.
9/11 discussion and like when are you gonna have children thing.
Sure.
Now there's only one of them too. Oh my god, one of the people that are being grilled about it, because I'll just straight up like, I don't know, none of your fucking business.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like, actually, we had a stillbirth. What? No, we didn't. What if I just pulled out a stillbirth comment? Is that you can't? Are you saying you can't work with stillbirth material? I know
think-
you can. I believe in you. Okay.
I think that's like I think you draw the line there. Yeah, I think you got to.
To draw the line. Yeah,
Uh,
I think so.
I think that's where stillbirth jokes are.
It's not a joke. It's just to throw them off the
You
scent.
throw 'em-
You
sure.
throw you.
I think that's one of those things where like you put that out in the world and you
Yeah.
you know
Something bad happens to you.
yeah.
But wouldn't it counteract whatever bad thing should happen to them? Or is you saying
No.
that you had lying about a stillbirth is a bad thing that happened to her?
No, someone wishing for you to procreate because they love you so much and they love children. I think, and asking you about like, hey, are you gonna knock out a child at some point?
Do they love them
while
so much?
while it's rude, I think answering with stillbirth is
Even if they loved him just a little more, that things would be better. A little more effectively, we'll say.
if mother loved daughter more,
Yes.
life would be better for daughter.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm
People
not,
show love in different ways, man.
with hate.
I don't think with hate.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's with
I think I obviously won't.
impassioned meddling, perhaps.
Passion.
I think we're getting too inside baseball.
Inside
here.
baseball here.
We gotta get broader.
We gotta broaden it. We're talking
Because
about
we have an eclectic audience, you know.
That's
People
true.
are interested. You got people. I always bring up the people on the bus, you know.
Oh yeah.
People on the bus still want to hear about that.
Yeah, people on the fucking bus that are living their lives like, oh, this guy's talking about 9/11 and stillbirths within 90 seconds of each other. Oh God! I'm like, but I mean, like, it would just be hysterical. To me, in my head, if in this moment I just blurted something like that, had a story ready to go, and that's how quick I think, and I have to stop myself all the time in
Yeah,
social situations.
Sure. Yeah.
But
you
how
have to
does
self-filter.
how does one have as strong of a filter as I do? Because like the things that go undetected are
the
marvelous,
darkness.
like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Like no one would have thought about that. Like a monster thinks like that, right? But a monster.
No, I think a lot of people have the weird, and there's a word for it. There's so many words for things.
Oh
now.
yeah, it's obtrusions.
Sure. Yeah.
They're
or
obtrusions.
intrusive thoughts.
Intrusive thoughts or
Yeah.
intrusive obtrusions or whatever. I
Yeah.
forget which word. I think it's both.
There's lots of terms that people make up. Women make up.
Yeah, women.
Or it seems
Narcissism was made up by women.
No, like there's lots of
So
love.
they could
There's
label
love
what's going
bombing
on
and
and-
breadcrumbing and gaslighting and
Yeah. For
and
their,
I don't know which
their-
one's which.
For their poor choices, everything is like goes back to what someone else did. Right? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know.
You're saying they use language.
Yeah, I'm
That
just saying there's
women
lots of words, and I'm
specifically
starting to
use-
feel like a boomer where I'm like, I don't know what these words
I'm
mean
painting you
anymore.
into a corner where you're trashing women and you don't want to in your
Yeah,
own home. In
I'm-
your own home? In your own home?
the whole time.
The whole time.
Not
But
a woman.
Not a woman. But they do gaslight, or they do get gaslit, right? But it's
Sure.
like the
Sure.
15th time that someone does this similar thing
I don't know what
is when
breadcrumbing
is when they get upset, and then not, and it's like
Let's-
hashtag not all men, right?
Let's
but it
guess.
is.
Let's find
Let's
these
gaslight
words.
some people.
I'm gonna gaslight you.
You gaslight me. Go ahead, do it.
No, I wouldn't.
You can't.
I couldn't. I don't think you could. You would even catch on to it.
I'm
'cause you're so
unbreakable.
stupid.
I'm so stupid.
I never said that. God, you always make this about you. Why do you always make things about you? I didn't say anything.
Because
like
I'm a
that.
narcissist, okay?
God,
I learned today
you're so stupid.
from a friend the difference between I forget what it was. It was like more like the dominant sort of narcissism and then the like passive aggressive narcissism. I was like, that's the worst fucking thing I've ever heard. Like, because he gave me like the description. He's like, hey, I think I got this stuff. I was like, okay, maybe, but this film's way more fixable and like you can get on track from this type of supposed narcissism, right? Where you're just like always, your insecurities are fed like a fucking bottomless well, right? And you manipulate almost to like soothe your own insecurities.
The dominant.
Not
narcissism?
the dominant. The dominant narcissism is more like me, where it's like you will find ways to make something like, you know how I've always been try to be this master of tiny universes, right? Because it was
Sure.
like, it's not insecurities as much as just like, well, I want to win and dominate. However, I'm not very tall, so I can't dominate in basketball. I'm fast, but I'm not fast enough to be like, catch a football and run to the other end before I get obliterated for being small and tiny and thrown too poorly by whatever we would have had in high school. I quit football twice.
I'm losing the thread here.
You're losing-
But
hey,
basically,
listen.
you're Dennis from It's Always
I am
Sunny.
Dennis.
In some ways, you're like, I'm a golden god.
No,
And
I
you're
am.
like, yeah,
though.
but are you?
am.
I don't know.
I am.
Okay, go ahead.
And it's just like, you know how.
Did you say delusional narcissist?
No, it's like
No.
I turn my phone off. Okay, so I was
Dominant
present.
narcissist.
No, it's like the dominant, like it's over like outward facing narcissism, or
Sure.
versus like it's called vulnerable narcissism. The other side, it's more like you're like internalizing reactions to you, and you're put off, and you feel badly about yourself. Like, oh, I don't feel badly about myself. I feel angry about others. You know, it's like, and I
Okay,
was like, you know what I mean? It's like trying to win. Like, look how I was at Turkey Bowl. It's just like, and board games. It's not like I'm always like that, but you get me in a situation, and then I start to steer that situation. I'm steering everyone off into the ravine so I can drive, and I will
But
do that
you're-
in anything.
But you're not. We are watching you drive yourself into a ravine.
I take everyone down.
No, you bring the mood down, but you're
Yes.
not. Okay,
Yes.
all right.
I bring them.
But I think you're not masterminding.
No,
like,
I'm not. No, it's like that's a
board
poor
game or
example.
whatever it
No,
is.
that's poor example because
Because you lose risk every time. You're always like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna launch from Africa.
I want to launch from Africa,
and it's
more
gonna
fun.
work. And I'm like, you can't.
It's
not-
more fun.
you
Everyone at
can't
risk-
do it without a treaty.
Oh,
God, we've gone
however-
through this so
no,
many
no.
times.
Listen
All
to
right.
this. I have a better example.
Anyway, no, you're a
about-
narcissist.
I
Yeah,
have
we're
a
all
bet-
narcissists.
No, we're not all narcissists.
No,
That's
what's
bullshit.
weird, the people who... All right, so I'm the main character in my life, right? The people who are not the main character in their own life are more concerning to me than the main character.
Yeah, that's most people though.
What?
That they're not the main character in their life. They elevate
Like, I'm not saying
secondary
I'm the
characters.
most important person in my life. Why? No, yeah, I am.
You should be.
Probably, right?
They're
My
not
kids are
listening, you're
very,
fine.
very important to me.
Yeah, but they're not listening. You can say the truth.
Yeah. I mean, my wife's wholly unsatisfied sexually, but she's very important.
Well, you're like,
It's just that I'm not capable of pleasuring a woman or a man.
it doesn't matter.
Probably.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
No, that's the best part. Is it doesn't. When you realize things don't matter, and I told my friend this. I was like, look, like you get to a spot where, and I'm going off memory of what I was telling him, but like these the steps, right? And I'm like a therapy master at this point because
Yeah, no, you're in it, man.
I'm deep
I've
in
stopped
it.
using ChatGPT. I deleted my history, so now it doesn't
Clear-
know.
you clear
Now
your
it doesn't
therapy
remember the
history?
problem that I
It
was.
starts from day one. You're
Yeah,
like, you
basically.
got to start over the new ChatGPT.
Well, I like
therapist.
went through. I was clearing out the threads because I'm like, I don't want anyone seeing this. Because it's
Right.
a robot, you can tell it deep dark things, and it's not.
Yeah,
gonna,
exactly.
Like,
It's why I
report
would never talk to a machine about therapy.
you. But then it holds
But
memories.
I already have a therapy. It holds memories.
Yeah, it can create like a profile for you, and then I read through the profile stuff. I was like, oh, this gotta go. This gotta go. This gotta
You're
go.
editing your therapy profile, your dossier.
Yeah. So
Your
now it doesn't
ChatGPT
remember the
psycho
problem that
dossier?
I was. Now it doesn't remember the problem I was
I
dealing
don't
with.
compute. I do not compute.
So it had some good insight. It was helpful. So
but
now I'm just running from my problems.
You're
I've
running
been
from your
running.
problems.
I told
Yeah,
you I'm
no,
training for a marathon.
yeah, exactly.
So now I'm
That
just
sounded
into
like
that.
a run from your problems thing. And I'm
Well,
fine
yeah, I
with
was
that.
always like, what are these people running from? And now I get it.
I think it's
now
just
I
like a
have
bored
thing.
husband thing is fine.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like a bored dad husband
Sure,
activity.
sure.
That's perfectly fine way to clear your head. I think you can get that runner's high that way, and it's like,
no,
oh, this is
the
nice.
runner's high is fucking stupid.
It's dumb. It's like
I had people
break your
talking
kneecaps
about
off.
like, have you gotten the runner's high?
Why the
That
fuck
feeling?
would you
Like,
want to run 10
no,
miles to get
listen,
high?
Listen, I was like, have you been high before?
Yeah,
They're like,
no, have you
no.
done cocaine?
Yeah,
Have you
I've
had
done
meth? Have you,
cocaine,
like-
and let me tell you,
Have someone
that's
passed
better
you
than
crack
running.
And you thought about it before?
yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like, turning down drugs is better than running.
I mean, running's
You know,
all
it's
right.
like- 'cause
It's
like,
fine. But
Yeah.
like the running, the high, I'm
That's
not doing
bullshit.
it for a high.
No, fuck that. I mean,
I'm avoiding a low, but I'm
Yeah.
not doing it for a high.
Yeah, it's one of the safer ways to avoid a low. However, it's one of the least effective ways to get a high because you got to fucking run a bunch. And you're tired.
Sure.
Just get tired and do some crap.
It's another thing that makes you get a little teeny pee-pee. If you stop
Running?
mid-run to pee, you're like, what is this?
Really?
You like how much I'm talking about my small penis?
I love it. I mean, it's fine because
Yeah.
I'm not threatened by your
It's
small
not a
penis.
micro penis.
Ah.
It's just like not a good one.
It's like a.
It's inferior.
It's like
inadequate.
a small dwarf penis.
Yeah,
But it
just,
still looks fine because you're like, oh, I expected it to be smaller than that.
Like,
When
if you saw one
when you
in
see
a
a below average dwarf penis, it's still like only a below average normal penis.
Sure. It's not
So it
like
looks
that
like that.
tripod that you talked about the
That
other
guy
day.
was like staring straight into the camera. It was very
No, this would be
disconcerting,
like
and I
if-
couldn't look at his dick. I wanted to look at his dick. I could not look at his dick because I kept looking at his eyes.
Sure.
And I was like, his eyes are dead. He's like a doll's eyes. But yeah, to finish my thought, I was telling him, like, look, it gets to a point where you have these things, like, first off, your thoughts are not you.
Are we
right?
back to narcissism or running?
No, not running.
what
I'm done
thread
with
we're-
running.
Yeah, all right.
Because
Are we talking about my penis?
No, we're gonna go back to your penis
Thanks,
really
thanks.
soon. I'm finishing my story so we can focus on the penis
Okay,
arc.
but you're back to narcissism.
Well,
I'm just trying to get
I'm
us
talking like
back. 'Cause
therapizing.
I'm not following, and the listener, I'm going to use singular, who's ever still hanging on.
They're
they've
drawing
lost
your
it.
small penis right now. I hope you're using crayons,
Yeah.
dull crayons,
Because it's like a child. Is that what you
like a child's toys. Like, so I was trying to tell him, like, hey, look, you're not your thoughts because your thoughts are just running. They start to run concurrently with what you're actually focused on. And you're like, because they could be like, a thought of like, I would like a sandwich soon, or I want to jump off that bridge, are running concurrently to whatever the fuck you're actually doing. You could be fucking, you could be working, you could be shitting while you're scrolling for your Yahoo Fantasy Football or whatever, and you're simultaneously thinking how you're hungry or that was a nice meal I had. I wonder if I should do that again. While you're also thinking about unrequited love or killing yourself or some crazy shit, right? Or like, I wonder how much smack I could put in my toes, if I really chose to.
So you're saying all thoughts pass.
All thoughts, river of thoughts, dude. The river of thoughts, like technique or whatever. There's other things to call it, and we won't get too deep on that. Haha.
It's a shallow.
It's a shallow joke. But I was just like, basically, you'll get to a point where you get this like narrative running. It's like a background thing on a computer, basically.
Sure.
It's like a fucking screensaver. It's like it's just
Yeah.
rotating.
You can let the bad stuff just
Well,
float on
you're
by.
also gonna miss some good stuff. But guess what? The very fact that you're judging it is awry. You're judging it, and it doesn't pass judgment. They're just thoughts. You're not. You could have a thought, and I think this goes to a Bill Burr bit, right? When he's talking like the difference between a good person and a bad person is 1 inch on the steering wheel or whatever. Because like you have these passing thoughts, and it's like you were saying, was this on mic? I'm sure. Yeah, or maybe it wasn't about intrusive and intrusive thoughts.
Yeah,
that was like 30
this
minutes
was
ago.
Like,
Yeah, 20 minutes ago. I got
less
goldfish
than that, I
memory.
think
Yeah.
7 minutes ago.
And it's like, yeah, you have these intrusive thoughts, and it's okay. You just have to be aware that they're intrusive and that they're just thoughts, and you don't judge yourself for having them because
sure.
you're like,
no, I don't judge myself for thoughts.
most people
Or
have
feelings
them.
for the most part.
I feel some people don't. They have very few of them, and those are the people you got. Those are the NPCs. NPCs do not have intrusive thoughts because they're not the main character in their own story.
Sure.
They never will be, and that's fine, but I will run them over in some fashion in my life. And my personal example of that was back to Risk. I played in college once. First off, I stole it from the dorm like game room.
I went
Stole
to
it.
college.
I went to college.
God, second college story. Get
No,
over it.
no,
Like,
no,
Tell
I
me
s-
about this Risk game
stole
you
it.
played
I
one
stole
time
the board
25
game.
years ago.
It was 20. It was 20. Shit, it was
20
but-
years ago.
It was like 22 years ago. But I set it up. I had a friend that I knew would play spoiler like your buddy does, but not like of his own volition. I told him, hey, I got a great idea. We're gonna play Risk just so I can mess with these two guys. One of them I was friends with, but I was like, this will be funny because he gets mad. And the other guy was the guy that gave me the vitamin E, right? And I had him just attack them at random, and they're both flipping out. And I'm like sitting here like, excellent. And I orchestrated this. I could have been I could have been studying, learning something. I could have been trying to make it with a girl. I could have been starting a business.
Been peeing before a girl canceled the sex
Yeah,
invitation.
exactly. I mean, anything. anything, but I chose to do that. Why? What? Analyze me about that. Why did I do that?
It's fun.
Yeah, but that's like I feel like that's like a higher level of just like.
No, because you're failure averse.
What do you mean?
Well, you could have gone out and done another thing, and you could have gone after a girl and struck out. You could have whatever, and the risk of striking out. There's higher pain with that than staying in with the fellas and goofing off. And once you're gonna goof off, there's no pain in sicking someone else after your opponents, right? You're pain averse. Risk averse.
I'm risk averse at risk.
Yes.
I'm playing risk because of my risk aversion.
There's my.
I mean, no, that's kind of a good point. I mean, you know me well, and it's just like, yeah, I was not afraid of girls. It's just like wanting to have that narrative of like not being afraid of being able to jump from a relationship to relationship and end up in the right place. I had this sinking feeling that if I didn't do something specifically right, it would just fucking be terrible. And then it's like weirdly you become a self-fulfilling prophecy because you stray from that caution at all and bad things would happen, right? And then why did they happen? I didn't build up resiliency that much. And so I was
right, because you avoid
situations
opportunities where you might fail.
That felt like authentic opportunities to be myself. Yeah. And so it would just kind of
pain leads that way.
Yeah, it's like, and then it's like, it's funny because it's like I saw you find somebody very early that you were very suited with, and it was just like
my unsatisfied wife.
Your unsatisfied wife that deals with your small penis. Your small.
It's not small. No, it's not small. It's fine.
It's fine. It's inadequate.
It's inadequate. Yeah, like,
smaller than it was. Is what I meant.
It's shrinking.
It was good.
Yeah,
it was good.
It was better before. It was.
I remember
one
time we were like. I think we were like somewhere in public at a.
We were peeing in public, and you said we have the same.
We have the same stuff, and you're like, You gave me this look. You're like, no, we don't. I've seen yours. And now I could do that. You'd be like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, we have the same shit now. Yeah. But it was like same. And
my
you're
penis has lost weight. I've lost weight. I'm at victim weight right now.
You're at victim weight?
That's what I keep on saying.
What would you
If you're under 200, you're not the assailant. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know,
You are
man.
the victim. Yeah.
I mean,
I feel weak and frail. That's why I'm running. That's why I'm learning how to run, man. I'm running. I'm doing yoga.
I cultivated like midsection mass. Like
my abs are great. I gotta make up for my lame penis.
I didn't get
fragile penis.
big. Like I didn't get droopy big. I got like girthy. Like
sure.
I'm like a force now, dude.
40-year-old at the pool. You know, if you had a son, all of a sudden your calves would get so fucking huge. You get those
chasing
dad
your
calves.
kid.
I don't know what it is. It's just.
But
like,
I work with kids, so I have to
you know, all those guys in the gym are like, man, how do you get your calves?
They're bad though.
No, they're fine. They're fine.
They're above average calves.
They're good.
Shoulders are well above average, especially for someone that doesn't work out. If you're picturing me, man or woman, out there in in Tonga or anywhere in the world, I have good shoulders, and I don't work out.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Deltoids for no reason.
And it's like,
wow.
I was gifted so much, and this is part of the narcissism, right? Mm-hmm. It's just like I'm a handsome guy. You're a handsome guy. I'm a handsome guy.
I'm adequate.
We got blue eyes. If you're listening, blue green.
Don't describe Luther to people.
What?
I'm
lying. I'm lying about Luther. He's got dark eyes.
Dark eyes.
Yeah, dark eyes.
A large scar across his face.
Yeah, scar. He's scarred.
And a weak, flaccid penis.
He's got a weak, flaccid penis.
It's stiff and soft. You know what I mean?
Really
You
good
ever pinch
calves.
a hot dog?
Yeah.
It's like that. You know that feeling? Or it's like, it's not...
Well, you need the hot dog to go in the sun a little bit. Yeah. It's like when it comes right out of the packaging when it's been in the refrigerator.
Yeah, it's like
it's
one of those,
cold. He's got a cold dick.
It's like the 7-Eleven hot dogs that have been on the roller too long.
And
not the big
look
bites.
It,
Obviously
like,
not those quarter-pound big bites.
You look
not
at it,
and
you're just like, that one. Give me that. How much for that?
Let me get the one from the back.
You ever see someone look at those and consider them? And
I mean, I've had a shriveled hot dog.
Yeah, but you're
sometimes a big bite hits a spot.
You're probably doing it because you're high or as a joke. I'm talking about the people that go in there and buy
been,
lottery tickets.
I've been running through
or condoms.
Stone cold sober, raw dog in life for a long time, and I had a hot dog from 7-Eleven not 6 months ago.
There's such a hit or miss. Did you buy scratch offs?
No, I never do scratch offs.
I want to. Here's what I'm gonna describe. This person comes in. His name's Dale. I'm sure. He's 47. He's got a paunch. He's got a little bit of a penis. He's pale and tan at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
He's his facial hair never quite grew in fully. He doesn't have a beard, but he doesn't not have a beard.
Sure.
Okay, his hair is hair. His shoes, it looks like he
Who are you
almost.
describing? Is this the real person?
Yes, the person that comes into the 7-Eleven, right? And this is what they're doing. I'm describing their look because I'm trying to.
But
I'm
this
is
a real person?
No,
You're just
no.
making up a
I'm
guy.
making up a
named
guy.
Joe. Okay.
I'm running away from your by accidentally partially describing you incorrectly. Okay, so the audience in Tonga forgets that Luther has hair and eyes and a dick, except for the dick. We were mentioning the dick.
Yeah,
over
I'm
and over.
really going on.
We're really hammering this dick.
I'm really going.
this
Somebody
faulty
needs to
dick.
besides me. God, I just
Someone
pound,
needs
I
to
just
know.
pound and it's yeah.
Hey, you're
it's
pounding
like,
the hot dog, this cold hot dog.
It's like yeah,
Refrigerator dog in it.
yeah.
So this guy comes
You know
and
when
he's
you
got.
shake a pickle, like
Yeah.
the extra pickle juice off, but not like one of those good ones, the good like half pickle, the Vlasic, or
You're
not the Vlasic.
dealing with
the,
bread and butter circular ones stacked together.
Yeah,
this
or
point.
like one of those gherkins, like a larger gherkin.
Urge a
Bigger
gherkin.
gherkins, the sweet ones. Nobody likes the sweet
The
ones.
bread and butter, they're
They're
terrible.
the worst.
It's like those are the kind that someone's mom likes. You're like, oh, I like those ones. Give me those ones.
Or
You're
someone
like,
makes
"Oh."
from home, and you're like, oh, you made some homemade pickles because I like homemade pickles.
Yeah,
and then
they're
you
like,
like,
they're
you're
bread
like,
and
yeah,
butter
you're about
ones.
to get them. They're like, wait, is this a sweet pickle? And they're like, yeah. I'm like,
Yeah, you put it back with your
or
finger
I'll be
juice.
like, no,
and
this is good for like a sweet pickle. I don't
for
care
a
those.
homemade,
You try to
poorly
be polite,
constructed.
but I'm like,
yeah.
it's gross.
How many homes have you been in? Like you've been.
I get a lot of pickles.
But
man.
I was like, you've been married like a while. Like, how many different homes have you really been
people
invited
people
into?
invite my wife over for dinner, and she takes me
Oh
along.
shit, that's right.
She
You're the
has
plus
friends.
one.
Yeah, she has friends.
I know. It's
I
stressful.
haven't made a new friend that's not one of her friends' husbands
Yeah.
in a long time.
Do you try to dominate them in some way, or you try to fall in line? Like,
no,
where
I
do
just do personality mirroring because I'm so insecure. I just need them to like me. So whatever they're into,
you
I'm
might be.
into.
We might be that. This like me and my buddy, that opposite type of like parallel narcissism or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
I'll be what you need me to be to like me. Just like me. Will you like me? Am I enough?
Are you enough? I
Am
don't
I
think
enough?
your penis isn't.
No, it's not. Man, it's probably this deep-seated
Why the
thing
fuck
that
was
comes
I
back
saying-
from
Oh
my
my
inner
God.
child is unloved, and I know
you were
my
the little,
penis
you
is
were the younger one.
unsatisfying.
You're always like being made to do stuff.
I'm not enough, and I
You,
will
you
never
didn't
be
feel like
enough.
your ideas weren't
So
heard.
I seek validation from external sources.
That's true. Your
I'm
audio.
needy.
I'm gonna get back to your audio having to be perfect. I mean,
Yeah.
it is perfect. I'm sure.
It's
but
better
it's
than
so
how
funny.
it's been.
Like I feel like it's awful. Like
And I haven't even done the final mix of this.
there's a mix.
And we're gonna have to add some of our. We gotta add our tune in.
We're gonna
Should
put
we
our.
put one of the dry. You do full dipe, right? You want to do a full dipe song?
I don't think we needed this one. I think the next one. I think we're gonna
Nah, I
perfect
think we
it.
need to throw it in. People
No,
need to hear.
we're gonna moan. We're gonna do a
Because
moan.
it's now or never. Because we're here. I'm
We're
gonna add it
we're
in.
we're 2/3 or 3/4 of the way through, and we're gonna start moaning.
No, which
No.
song should we add in?
Oh, add in whatever the most violent one is. A dipe song for sure.
Do you want to do our recent, the one that I'm on? Let's do that one.
The dipe one? Yeah, we'll do that one.
8 bits and pieces.
All right, that's good. That's gonna be our outro, right?
No, it'll be now.
Are we now? Okay, what
All right,
time
so,
in it?
So here is 8 bits and pieces.
Okay.
Full dipe and I never wipe the fingerprints. When I spit these bullets through your ligaments, never worry cause I always use protection, but only on my weapon. Trigger finger in the power glove, so bad. Family wanted justice, well that's so sad. Not guilty and no guilt felt. You play the hand that I dealt. Bled out, floated, that's my foreplay. BA star continue, now you coded with no glitch. Cause I blow on the cartridge before I shit. Leave you closed casket, no donation in the basket. Cut screen.
Ripping through the vile red falcon. Rampage on entire battalions of battle-toad commandos and double dragons. Ghosts and goblins, goblin of my manhood. When I dropped the bomb where your man stood, he just froze there like Bomberman would. Bad street, brawling like bad dudes. Vic Viper blast, bacterium with diaper. Full dive, shooting spread, no contraception. Pay his royal nemesis, genuflection. Cause we are the greatest, you should never play with this. Even Alucard and Belmont can't slay like us. In warfare, I will leave others slain. In warfare, like you and Mother Brain, I'll snatch you up in a headlock like Hayabusa. Have you seen my master sword? Let me introduce ya!
Ultimate Duo.
Full dive reputation unfathomable. For the way I keep slamming ya. Marble tops y'all can't counter. A graveyard with no flowers. Dirt cracks but your soul sealed under. Grieving mothers left to wonder why Dyke fucks what he kills. Do I do it for the thrills? Oh yeah, but murder's like breathing. I'm killing cause it's natural. Beat you at the morgue, bro. Bring a spatula. Lighten the goop up like trophies on my mantle. I got more rage than I can handle. Here comes Dyke, now we at your memorial. I gave your family a tutorial on how I never stop at one. You brought your grief, I brought a gun. Blam, blam, blam. There goes the whole fam, faces of death. Put that on Instagram, but the dead can't tribute ya. And you ain't on Wikipedia. What you gotta say when the maggots are eating ya? Blam, blam, blam. No rest, no continue.
Flawless victory.
All right, so there it was.
Oh, there you go.
That was 8 bits and pieces.
8 bits and pieces. That's pretty good shit, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's alright.
I'm Dype, and you're player 2.
Player 2.
That's good. Okay, so
What
I
were we
feel like
talking about
I feel
before?
like stray threads need to be tied up. So
Nah, leave him loose.
no,
Leave him
the guy,
loose and
the
frayed.
guy, in
Dale.
the fucking Dale in the 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven, all right.
So I was trying to say,
He's
like,
got hair and eyes. He's
you know how
47.
like people have those slip-in shoes now? Like they're all the rage.
Crocs?
Not just Crocs, but Skechers slip-ins, the dude shoes, or bro
We're getting
shoes.
really close to the people from Wall-E, just shuffling.
Yeah, right. They just shuffle around. So, but like he's like almost accidentally trendy, but only below his ankles, and it's just like he's got cool socks. He's got shoes that perceivably could have been bought at a department store
The
for arch
slip-ons?
support, but it's just because he's fucking lazy, right? And those are the shoes that he found. You know,
Who?
it's-
We're still
this
talking
guy.
about Dale?
And, yeah, we're talking about guys.
Okay,
that go
what
into
does he
hot
do?
tubs. Listen, goddammit! I feel stepped on.
So Dale
so-
gets hot dogs?
No,
Is this
yeah,
who-
eventually, but he's like,
Eventually.
yeah, hold on.
God,
hold
get
on.
to it. Jeepers.
I'm a storyteller. I'm telling a story. So he's
You're-
got this like, fuck. He
You're
goes
sprinkling in too many details. Stop painting the
sorry
scene.
that you.
I need action.
You read audiobooks.
I do. Oh, I've been listening to audiobooks while I've been running. I'm back to sailing the high seas again.
That's good. You should with
It's 1805. Napoleonic Wars ended, and Captain Jack Aubrey is setting
Jack
sail
Aubrey, there
on
you
the
go.
Diane.
Is that doesn't get your dick hard? I'm
Rock hard.
shocked.
Rock hard, but it's
Rock hard,
it's
but
still
th-
small.
thin,
It's that
thin,
small,
small.
hard thing.
Small hard thing is a real problem. Dale has that problem,
Yeah.
and he gets scratch offs often on weekdays. Doesn't work often. Maybe he does. Maybe he does a little salvaging, right? And you know he's thinking, he's staring. Like there's people behind him, like, what the fuck is this guy doing? He's got
Why?
his-
Why are they looking at
he's
him?
holding
He seems
he's
normal.
holding- no,
You
he's
said he
not
has
normal.
shoes that are,
He's holding cupcakes
from a department
he's
store.
holding cupcakes, and he's got a Slurpee thing. and
Sure,
like
he's tan but
holding-
not tan. He has hair but not
Yeah,
hair.
he's holding
sure.
the cupcakes. His kind of hands a little shaky. You're like, what's up with this guy? Is he a dry drunk?
Is he evaluating them?
He's
Is he weighing his
evaluating them,
options?
and then he's like looking at the cigarettes, and you know he's like, I wish I could, and you don't know if it's because he's quit recently or is he can't afford fucking cigarettes.
Mm.
And
Dude,
he's
cigarettes
choosing-
are expensive.
and
dude.
they are, and he's
tell you.
choosing the scratch offs. But then you just see his head move, and you know what that swivel means. He's considering those dogs, man.
Yeah, I'm
And
just
he's
saying, ain't
like-
nothing wrong with big
He'll
boy.
like, depending on the day, he'll look back. There'll be 4 people in line. He'll go, nah, worth getting caught today. And other days, he'll just be like, yeah, give me both of them.
The old,
That's
the
Dale.
old wrinkly ones.
Yeah.
Is that what
he
we're
doesn't
getting?
care. He
That
doesn't
was
care.
the punchline. That was
There's
the
no
payoff?
punchline, dude.
That was the payoff.
You know, when it gets stepped over, it's going to suck. It's going to suck like your shitty dick. It's going to be the worst. But your dick is fine, I want you to feel good about it. It's going to get better.
I don't need to.
Why? Is it because we're not in the honeymoon stage where it doesn't...
Me
Like-
and you. I don't think We're still there.
Yeah, we are, but like you
I
and the
still
wife.
haven't told you I love you.
No, you
tell
won't.
me all the time.
I
man.
do. I tell you
And it's
quite
so
often.
nice to hear, and I'm really glad that you're able to express yourself in that way. And I wish I could do the same. And
Yeah,
I like you
no,
a
I
lot.
don't want to be loved.
And I
don't
love-
care.
I
don't
love
wanna be
your
loved.
love.
I don't want.
I
You're
do.
in love with love. I know that. Took my socks off. I'm gonna get my stink. You know what I did today? I put socks on. I don't always wear socks. I half the time wear socks, but what I did is
Why?
I did this
I always
for you.
wear socks.
I did this for you because I didn't want my feet to stink all day working with kids and then in your house.
They do stink,
And now
man.
I took them out right now because I said, fuck you. Dale's story was I bombed that because it got broken up. It was broken up. It's a broken story from a broken man about a broken man. Okay? And that's okay. That's fine.
Have I told my long ass joke about the
yeah,
cow
the
and
horse?
the pig and the chicken?
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Or
That's
the
a
cow and the horse and the chicken.
You can email us at degeneratenation@gmail.com. We'll send you the story.
Yeah, we don't check the email, but you can send it.
Yeah, you send it. I mean, I haven't checked it for a minute. I don't know. We get emails. I mean, I'm gonna check it tomorrow. Fuck it. You know, you can email me. I don't care. Ask for the story. You might get it. You might not. You might get.
I can tell it next time.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
a
long.
long.
I stretch it out.
It could be it should be a
It's one
bonus
of
to
those-
Patreon subscribers at Degenerate Nation Podcast. I hate that shit. Oh, back to the audio stuff. I meant to start the show just praising your audio like dedication, but also making fun of it as well.
Sure.
They're like, this guy's about to whole ass quit his job, leave his family, and go intern for like fucking Smartless or something with this fucking pristine audio for some fucking actors jerking each other off. You know, it's like one of those shows that has perfect crisp audio.
They do have perfect
Right,
crisp
of course they fucking do.
Yeah.
Because these people think they're like in the business because they're working where they are in the business, but they're working on some actor's show or something. It's like, why do actors have recap shows on their like? I mean, I forgive that It's Always Sunny one.
Why don't real people like us have podcasts?
No,
because
we do.
they it's so fucking easy. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a,
Why would they not do it?
why
right?
would they not?
Why would they
never
not have that
podcasts?
extra
It's
revenue
just
to talk
talking.
about that thing that they worked
And
on?
it's fun.
We should just pretend that we have this like big project, like a job that we do, and just do a recap of our job, of our day job.
Sure.
That would get even less viewers,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, are there people listening still?
Yeah, not this
Did-
one. At this point,
No, they've stopped.
yes.
Do you get? I know you said that you can see if someone that there was a listen.
Yeah, yeah.
But
yeah.
are you able to see that like they listened to 7
yeah,
minutes of
on
it?
YouTube, yes, but I don't really
It doesn't on
care at that point because I'm essentially planning on leveraging the numbers of actual like clicks or listens or whatever registered downloads, etc., to find non-nickel and dime advertisers. Like literally, there will be an advertisement possibly attached to the episode. You probably were like, "What the fuck was that?" That is completely incongruous to whatever.
Sure,
and
they
that
just
is
pick a
accurate.
point, yeah.
There was one that was about death or something. Was the last one?
Yeah.
Did Wendy tell you? I told you that Wendy listened to it,
Mhm.
and it was like, and it came in at a mid roll, right? And it was a point. It was probably like 30 seconds, minute ad, and it was just like I said, "Come to Penn State, little boy," and then it was like, "Are you thinking about death?"
Yeah, I did listen back because I
It's
wanted to
fucking
hear that.
hilarious.
It was, good.
It was
good.
funny. Yeah,
good.
it was just
good.
like, I just want to set up these horrifically
stupid.
bad transitions to then make
But it just
fucking
picks.
pennies,
the
right?
system
Yeah,
just picks it.
yeah, it doesn't care.
And you said you've made 70 cents so far?
I will have after this one. Yeah, I think
That's
so.
fantastic.
Well, I've made $15.70 plus the Patreon of friends that have done the Patreon.
That's right. We were doing that cup of coffee or lunch or something.
Free lunch coffee.
Yeah, I remember. I did an ad. Well,
But
we
then
can't give
remember,
them free
then we
ads.
disappeared, right? Like they fucking,
They
their
probably did.
website
They
disappeared.
probably were never giving those lunches away, man.
I bet they were a scam place.
Yeah.
But
We can do fake ad reads.
you
for
want to
things
try
that don't
one?
exist.
You remember what? You didn't listen to the one where I did the Nummify one, did you? That was the Jocks Pontiac episode.
No, I don't listen. If it doesn't have me, I'm
Oh,
not.
but
listening.
it's
It's like
like that.
Dreams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dreams. Yeah, Always Sunny. That was the first episode.
Was it?
I think so. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. No, I would love to do that. Okay. How about you give me a challenge? I'm gonna take my shirt off. I mean my sweatshirt off.
Okay.
You give me a challenge.
No, I'm gonna just watch.
Okay. You're gonna watch me take my sweatshirt off.
That's
got
what I
the-
was hoping for.
I
I,
got
was
the-
hoping for the other shirt to pop up
I
so
got
I
the
get at
dish.
least one nipple.
Did you get a nipple?
I did, yeah.
Was it 2 nipples or weirdly
Just
one
one.
nipple?
No,
yeah,
you
that's
got-
great. That's great.
Your nipples are fine.
I have great nipples, dude.
No, I wasn't gonna say that. They're fine.
They're great for a man.
As a man?
As a man?
I don't know.
Look at this.
Let me see. Oh, you know what?
That's pretty fucking good. Let me
Well,
see
I
yours.
think that it got a little bit hard, and that shrunk it a little bit. Because I think when it
Was
was
the
a
other
bit
one
puffy.
softer?
No, that one's getting hard too. Yeah, you got good round shape.
They're
It's
nice and-
about when it's hard like that.
It's good, right?
It's like somewhere between a nickel and a quarter in
I would
areola.
I would
And
describe
then,
them as both pert and prominent. I have like I don't have overly obtrusive areola. It's just beep beep. It's like, oh. It's just like it's like if a badminton what are those things called?
Shuttlecock.
If a shuttlecock was a teenager, like nice and precocious. It's not quite grown, and it's like,
Gosh,
oh.
for anyone who's made it to the, I don't know where we're at, 45-minute mark. I think it was like now you
Now
put in the
we're
investment.
being an
and
investor. We're gonna see this through.
now they're getting.
We're gonna do
punch
some
drunk.
ads.
It's
All right,
gonna
so
be funny.
make up like a product or something. We're gonna play a little improv game, right?
You know, that's what we were doing in the 2016 Milk Neck Part 2 or whatever.
that
it's
was
called.
hilarious, man.
We
That's
were
a top
talking
10
about
one
that.
for me. Out of 407, that's a top 10. At
It was
least.
good. Go back and listen to that one.
The,
for some classics. We talked
yeah,
about Gypsy Blood for a long time.
Yeah, we did. The pancake one, when I told the pancake story, was great too. The IHOP story, the girl that cried at IHOP and then dumped me.
Oh, poor girl.
That was
I thought you were
hysterical.
talking about average fucks.
That was the same one.
Oh,
That
okay,
was the
'cause
source of that, yeah.
That was May Rage Call.
May
my
Rage
sweet-
Call was on
my
that.
s-
That's
my-
right.
my
Yeah, and
sweet,
then there
sweet,
was. I think there's a
unsatisfied
thing
wife.
with Patrice. A few with Patrice were definitely like top notch.
I would say sexually frustrated, but you ever move past frustration? You know. and
What
it's
do you
like,
mean?
I'm not even angry about it. It's fine. I just.
You're just like, oh, this is a
This is
perfunctory
life
thing.
now. You
Yeah, I
just
mean,
accept-
I've told a story about trying to, like, basically the last person I was with before I found a happy relationship. Like, it was like a hookup thing, and I was like, wait, am I expected to do this again? Like more of this, and it's just like they wanted some backdoor stuff, and I was just like, I didn't know how. I was like, you know when you're not capable of doing something, right? But does that stop you from
peeing in her butt? Is that what you were
peeing
going to
in
do?
the butt? No, butt sex. Perfunctory performance.
Giving or receiving?
Giving, dude.
Okay.
If it was
Hey.
receiving, I would have taken that clit like a man. Okay.
Sure.
Can
Well,
that happen? Can you put a clit in a butt?
I'm sure anything's possible now. You know, through
Parts are becoming amorphous. So yeah.
yeah.
So it was just like giving the college try. It was a wink, wink to myself, knowing like if I poke around like I want to do this or I think I can, and it just doesn't work, will we just have sex again? Yes. What is that called? What's that move called?
I don't. You.
That's
you
a move,
you
right?
failed at butt sex. So
Yeah,
that you
of
got
course. Regular sex. It's like we'll just go back to the
regular
well
se-
again.
We'll just
We'll go back to the well again.
regular old PIV.
PIV, man. Yeah. PIV part 3, man. It was just like
Okay.
That
you
wasn't-
couldn't just squeeze it in there, is what you're
no.
saying?
No,
No.
because it's like the
No.
psychosexual thing is like I
No.
hadn't done the butt
No.
stuff, and
No.
it's just like it's not necessarily.
Was
from
it a
not
new
wanting to.
person? Like you just know this wasn't the mom
Yeah.
from Chick-fil-A or
No,
whatever?
not the Chick-fil-A mom.
All right.
We didn't cross that butt threshold.
Okay.
She did have a really nice shower though. I still remember that was a good
You
shower.
shout like while Jumanji was on?
After Jumanji. We didn't finish the first Jumanji, and the next time we watched the second Jumanji.
Right on.
If there was a third Jumanji, we probably would
There's
be
3
married.
Jumanji movies.
There's not a third one. Is
There's
there?
the original Jumanji.
No, I'm not.
And
I'm
then
not
there's
talking
the
about
Kevin-
OG Jumanji.
Then
With
there's
Robin
Dwayne Johnson.
Williams, dude, I would have been thinking about other things of Robin Williams.
I thought that's the one you watched.
No, watch the Kevin Hart one.
Oh, all right.
It's very easy to
There's a second
semi-lit.
Kevin Hart one.
Oh, of course there is. He guy's been in everything.
Yeah.
It's very
Do
easy.
you think he's gonna get caught up in the Diddy stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think
He
Cat
was
Williams
like-
called him out on some things. and
Yeah,
it's like-
Cat Williams is right.
Cat Williams, like I used to remember when I used to be the little funny guy, and then
Mm-hmm.
then some producer wanted me to suck his dick, and I said no, and then all of a sudden Kevin Hart was the funny guy. You think he sucked dick? I do. I was like, oh shit.
I know, right? And it's just like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not like a big conspiracy theorist person, but like absolutely.
But listen,
yes.
how many dicks would you suck for that sort of creative freedom at this point?
You think Kevin Hart has creative freedom?
Yeah.
In what fashion?
What do you mean?
He's always like the short sidekick guy to like The Rock or something. Is that creative freedom? What if he's
Yeah.
like wants to play like something serious or like
I mean, he's
Funny.
doing all right financially. He could
Financial?
produce
No, that's you said creative freedom.
Yeah.
You're talking about financial freedom.
the
I
financial
have fucking
freedom.
creative freedom.
Sure, whatever, fine, financial.
I do not
freedom.
have financial freedom.
Sure, either of those.
I'm
the
taking,
financial
I'm
freedom
taking
to take
5-cent
creative
cocks
choices.
at a time, dude.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
If I'm lucky.
one blowjob.
That's a far cry from whatever
It's like a $50 million
Heart's Throat
blowjob.
allegedly took. I mean, like,
I don't know.
I mean, I don't think he specifically did a bunch of dicks for the roles, but like,
But like odd dick or two, like the odd dick.
I don't know, the odd dick. I'm not sure because, all right, what movie did he take a dick for? Central Intelligence?
I don't know.
I think Central Intelligence. I think to be linked up with The Rock and do movies with The Rock is worth a dick or four in your mouth. 4 dicks at once.
No, that's how
He
does that
might-
even work?
Kevin Hart might have an elongated throat, okay?
Sure.
Because, like, you got to think about...
You got to think about. We're talking about quantum dick sucking here.
Quantum
We're talking about.
physics.
It's like the dick can exist in two spaces at one time because we're talking with the fourth dimension of
Fourth
time.
dimensional dick sucking to
Yeah.
get creative freedom.
Yeah, I mean, it's
mistaken as
like
financial
this
freedom.
unique point
Fucking
in the
like,
universe
this
has existed
creative
throughout
freedom.
time.
You know who? The only people that literally do not have creative freedom are the ones that are working for somebody creatively that doesn't feel that creative, but that
I
are
don't know,
making
man.
money to the point
don't
where
know,
they don't
man.
want to stop their gravy train. Like, there is literally no gravy here. There's like 5 cents at a fucking
70
time.
70 cents. No
70
one.
cents.
It's
$15,
two guys
70
screaming
cents.
out in the void.
We're screaming in a void. We don't even care about the void.
No.
I don't care about the void. All right, advertisement. I wanted you would play this info game.
We don't care
When
about
you're
this.
an hour in-
Let's do some
when you're an hour in,
advertising.
we gotta practice, okay?
All right.
So I want you to come up with something
Like
first.
a product.
Some
or
type of product or
service?
service. Yeah, we'll see what we got. It might be terrible, but guess what? You made it this far. You deserve to have me get over my fear of failure, and realize that I have carte blanche to fail whenever I want. Because the very fact that I keep doing this is weirdly a form of failure.
Well, you know,
To
if
failure
you
to
admit,
adjust.
If you admit that you've always been trying, and then you just reflect honestly about where you are, you'll realize you are a failure. You're doing this thing where you're like, well, I haven't really been trying. No, you have.
No,
This is
like
where-
with
this is as
women.
far as you've
With
gone.
women.
Just in life in general.
Oh no.
This is the best you can do.
That is true.
This is all you're capable of.
Creatively, I feel like I have certainly been trying, and I have done pretty good things. But like, and then the women thing, like, yeah, I didn't always try, and then sometimes I would awkwardly semi-try. But
I
I'm
think in
great
this,
now.
I think
I'm
in
great.
this climate, this political climate,
Oh, this
you can't be
climate.
like, well, the woman thing. I mean, I wasn't like, no, don't say that.
I was not a full participant.
No,
okay?
it was.
I was working out my issues through them.
Yeah,
Okay, semi-anonymously, obviously.
sure. And
They-
strictly PIV.
They meant nothing.
They
They continue to have meant nothing. Those people have meant nothing. Okay.
sure,
Okay, but other life things. Oh, abject failure. I will admit to that.
sure.
I will own this.
I don't want you to, by the way.
What?
You're good. I'm joking. It's okay. We
I
can
know
move
you're
on.
joking. I know you're
Don't
joking.
cry. God.
I'm not crying. Why is your penis out? Why is it so good? Why is it
You
bigger
lied.
than it normally
You
is?
lied about that. You lied. You've been lying the whole
can't
time.
lie about
I
your
bet
dick.
your wife is satisfied.
She
I
come-
bet you. I'm gonna go ask her right
I'm
now.
gonna go upstairs and get her. I'll get her out of bed. Hey, wake up. Is he satisfying your place? All right. Hey, listen. Come up with a product.
I think we've
Test me.
we've lost that.
Test
All right.
me.
How
Test
about shoes for Dale? Dale's new shoes,
for Dale.
and people like him.
They're
Slip-on shoes for
they're
guys
li-
who like wrinkled hot
They're
dogs.
light ups, so when when the pores come into town, okay? They light up. They're like light up slippers.
They're like LA Gears.
They're LA
They
Gear.
slip on LA
They're
Gears.
slipper Crocs.
See, we're not doing ads. We're just coming up with great fucking
I
products
know
right
exactly.
now.
They're water
Are we
resistant.
writing this down?
Yeah, they will list. Wendy
listen.
will tell us.
They'll-
Wendy
they're
knows.
They're taking notes.
They're
out
taking
there
notes.
in the
Oh,
world.
they got their Palm Pilots out, and they're taking notes. Yeah. So it's like,
I really like the little stylus on the palm.
yeah,
Pilot.
it's got. By the way,
Where'd those go?
these have a stylus on them. It's a pull-out stylus from the
Ooh.
shoes, and you're just like, ooh.
Ooh.
And it's like they're like a hybrid of sandal, slipper, croc. Okay, they're called Schrocks.
So are they made of like squishy foam like that?
Yeah, Schrocks. They're called Schrocks.
That's too close. We'll get sued.
Well, it definitely gets sued, and they light up.
Okay.
What should you call? What would you call them?
But there's Crocs that light up already. How
There
are
are?
these better? Yeah.
Well, they didn't invent that. They're not Crocs. You didn't invent that. You didn't start.
They better
We
be good.
didn't start the fire.
They better
It
be
was
paying
always
LA Gear
blinking.
money.
Yeah, they
They
better.
better-
LA Gear. LA Gear needs their money, bro. LA Gear needs that fucking money. They're actually, these are LA Gears. You wear. They're specifically to schlep to from your apartment. They're called schleps. They
Hey.
schlep from your apartment to the.
Hey, I
7-Eleven.
thought of something else because I lost interest in this already.
All
Do you
right,
remember
cool.
that movie Sidekicks with Chuck Norris, where
Yeah.
there was that kid who wasn't River Phoenix or the other
The other Phoenix, Joaquin. Is there
Yeah.
another? Is there a third
No,
Phoenix?
but he was like
Boy?
in that
Boy,
era. He
who
was
was
the
it?
guy who got jobs. He's not Devin Sawa. He's like the other blonde kid.
Devin Sawa was way after those guys.
Sure, but he's somewhere around there, man. I don't know. Anyway,
Devin
Chuck
Sawa
Norris
was
is in
doing,
there?
he was doing fucking Samalak when they were doing heroin, dude.
sure. He had intrusive thoughts to bring this full circle.
In the movie?
In the movie, yeah.
And that created a sidekick like Chuck Norris.
He would have these visions like he was bullied and stuff, and he had an inhaler, and then he'd have these visions of Chuck Norris
No
that
way.
would come and like help him solve his like problems at school.
Well, you're
and
talking
then,
about Jonathan Brandis, aren't you?
maybe.
Wait, look it up real quick.
No,
Dang it.
no phones.
That's the guy he like. I don't want to talk about Jonathan Brandis, dude.
Oh, he no good.
No, he disappeared on purpose.
He disappeared himself.
Yeah, he was in Ladybugs and Sequest. Is that the same guy? That's the same guy, dude.
He's blonde.
Yeah, he was blonde.
What happened to him? Is he dead?
Yeah, he's fucking dead, dude. He was in the
Oh.
27 Club, man.
Oh, dead.
Yeah, he killed. He didn't. Not gonna.
Drugs?
No, nope. You're not gonna be here anymore.
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
There was.
Now I'm looking him up.
You gotta look it up. Sidekicks. I'm pretty sure you accidentally brought up the actor that offed himself. Right in his prime, and we're talking in Sequest, man. You
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
you gotta
Jonathan
be in a
Brandis,
you gotta
yeah.
be in a bad sort of way to punch out on that Sequest money, right?
Sure. Yeah, he was in Sequest. You're right.
Yeah.
And never. Oh, he's also the kid from Never Ending Story. Shit.
Yep. His story
And
ended.
he's dead, huh?
Yeah. Jack Black was in that movie too.
Okay.
Yeah. Good
Yeah, he
call.
was. I know. He was one of the villains.
So what about Psych? Sorry, I brought up the tertiary thing.
I don't know. I
This
just
is where
kind of
my
wanted.
mind-
This is,
intrusive thoughts. He did have intrusive thoughts. Chuck Norris didn't show up this time.
yeah. All right.
Sucks, man.
Man, that's messed up.
Yeah, well, they're kid actors, dude. They're fucked up.
Sure.
Sometimes they grow up and just, they're fine and they blow unemployed writers.
Mm.
But the rest of the time, not so much.
Boy. All right.
Yeah, well, you better get us out of that.
That
We
really
can't
brought
end-
us down.
We can't end down unless it's like, I took us there with, like, humor-wise. If I was just spitting facts about some dead child's...
I don't even know why I brought it up.
You said you were talking about sidekicks. And
Yeah,
it was
the
about
movie
my
Sidekicks.
fucking shoes. I think that
I think maybe the word "kicks" got me
the
there.
kicks. There you go. I think that
Or
the
LA
medicine
Gear
is
and thinking
necessary.
about
I think your penis at this point in your life is probably a tertiary thing. I really like the word tertiary.
It is good.
I think your penis at this point is like, okay, it's fine, it's there, but it's already done what it needs to do for the most part.
yeah,
You're on the back nine
I
on
don't
your
need
penis.
it. I sit down to pee. At
Yeah,
this point
you're
life.
in the penis bag nine. I am too, and it's fucking great, honestly,
Sure.
because it's like I'm very rarely ruled by it because I don't want to take it anywhere else. It's not
I'm
in my.
constantly ruled by it.
It's
though.
not in my go bag, but I might still be like, it's like you're like.
You remember
fuck-
that song "Detachable Penis"?
Yeah, that's a good song.
That's a good song.
King Missile. That's
Sure,
what-
sure.
I know all these things. But like I'll still like, I won't crook my neck when I'm like driving to look at some ass anymore, but I might tilt. And you're like,
I've
that's
never.
fine.
You've always been very obvious with your
I don't care. What are they
leering
gonna do?
at women.
What are they gonna do when I leer at them? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Hey, if you're in Tonga and you're a woman or a man, I don't know if it's reverse leerage there.
It's a matriarchal.
It's
society.
a matriarchal society of Tonga. Hey guys, fellas, Tongans, tell me, what do you do when these women leer at you? What do you do? I don't know. Email us to degeneratenation@gmail.com. I want to hear about Tongan leering. I want to hear about the plight of living in a deeply, darkly, matriarchally society, because I think we're headed there. I mean, clearly, women are going to graduate school almost 2 to 1 because they don't start businesses. All right, bye.